So I'm teaching this, and the Lord finally led me to Ephesians. So I'm teaching in Ephesians. So I'm teaching, I started in chapter 1. And the Lord, one day as I'm getting out of the shower, I'm really clean. I'm good looking now. I'm getting out of the shower. This black beauty, you know what I mean? And the Lord says, I want you to diagram the book of Ephesians. I said, what are you talking about diagramming the book of Ephesians? So when I started making notes. What I realized is the book of Ephesians, number one, is about God, oneness, God, and the oneness he wants to draw to him. Because, Paul is writing to the Ephesians, he's writing about get out of sin, we've cleaned you up, you're accepted in the beloved, all these things he said, but it's all about being one, and God is the whole center of that oneness. And what's been amazing to me is that when I look at the work he's had me to do in racial reconciliation, it all goes back to that one idea, that one thought of let's walk together. And how can we walk together? How can we gather all those people whose hearts are like God's heart to get us to walk together as an example? Because the truth of the matter is, and I heard GV talking about it, and you've all talked about it. Christians talk about a love they don't live. That's what people see. It sees the church talk about a love that they don't live. And what I found out is one of the greatest way people learn is by the example that's before. Not by what they say, but what they do. I used to be afraid to go to a grocery store in a mixed neighborhood because you'd go in a grocery store, you'd see some woman with a cart and some little kid, some little white kid, and he'd call me the N-word. And the mother would say, I don't know where he got that. And I would think, I know where he got that. Maybe you didn't teach him to do it, but he heard you say it. You were his example. And so as I'm teaching this in Ephesians, he's showing me how important it is in being one to set an example. I have to set an example with what I say, particularly among Christian Black people, because if I say the wrong thing, I found out that they will take it as though there's some real deep animosity towards Caucasians in me. I found I have to be careful. I can't even joke about certain things about Caucasians, or they will take it as some element in me that is hiding some racism in me against Caucasians. I found out, GV, that what you said, you got to show people you love them first. You really can't, nowadays you can't go in with your Bible under your arm and opening it up and say, this is how you get saved. You got to go in and you got to love them. And that's what I'm seeing as I'm teaching Ephesians. I know it sounds sort of disjointed, but I'm seeing God who's drawing people into that oneness, drawing them into him, into his love of all colors, all sizes, from all places. I mean, it's really sort of amazing. And I'm excited to see what God's going to do through this group. I believe we have a global call. I don't think my books are about American Africans, but it's books about people as an example to the world. Because most people in the world know about Americans. Most people look at America, and where I hear people talk about the Pilgrims and Puritans, I think most people look at Americans and say, you talk about a love that you don't live. You talk about all men created equal, but you had slaves. So I see God as moving in us in this country to pull people into, as we love, to pull people into the love of God by us forgiving, repenting, and walking together as one.